How you doing, everyone? Scott here, back again with a vinyl update, and also I received some VCLT in the mail this week as well, so I'll do that first off. Just in case you do notice, I have got a bit of a dodgy eye. It's all red, bloodshot, and it's like weeping. I was at work, we were cutting down trees and we were clearing the branches and stuff away, and a branch got kind of wrapped around a tree and then came back and whipped me like straight in the eye. So it's kind of bruised, and it's, if you see me just doing this, it's just because my eye's just filling up with water. Anyway, I have been watching all the vinyl tags over the last week or so, and I've really enjoyed watching them. I really enjoyed doing the vinyl tag, it's just good fun. I just watched Vinyl Richie's updated part of his vinyl tag, and he tells a really funny story. If you want to hear a funny story about Vinyl Richie knocking people over in his car, go and check out his latest video because it's hilarious. So anyway, I'll get into this VCLT. This VCLT is from a viewer of my channel. His name is Nick Ball, so thank you very much, Nick, for this. I really appreciate it. This all kind of started because I put a kind of discussion thread up on my Facebook page, and the question was kind of, have you ever not bought anything from a band due to a certain something? And my example was, I've not bought any Metallica on vinyl because the reissues are expensive for some unknown reason, and the originals are expensive. Although they're not rare, people just want a lot of money for them, and they're really, really hard to find for a decent price. So that's what's just kind of completely put me off buying Metallica. So Nick got in touch with me over my Facebook page and said, look, I've got a spare copy of a certain album. He told me what the album was, and he said I'll send it to you. So I really appreciate it, Nick. You've no idea, it wasn't like I was putting like a status up to like ask for Metallica stuff, but I think he knows that. But yeah, really generous of you to send this anyway. So I have already cracked it open, so I'm just going to start pulling out. Oh, there is a note. Okay, so he just says he's put the LP in for me, and he's also put in something else. If I already own it, feel free to pass it on. Keep up the stellar content on YouTube and enjoy the records. Thank you very much, Nick. But like I said, really generous of you. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so right, I've just pulled both of them out, so I'll just hide that one. So this is what Nick was sending me. Metallica, their latest album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Absolutely awesome. And I don't know if that came on there, Nick, or you stuck that there, but that's really cool as well. So my first Metallica on vinyl, so that's awesome. And there we go, really cool. So thank you very much, Nick. I've already said to you to send me a wee list, and I'll try and dig some stuff out for you. Awesome, thank you. And he has sent something else here, which I do actually already own, but nonetheless, thanks for adding this in, Nick. I can definitely send this on to somebody who's looking for it. Mr. Big, I think this is our debut, from 1989. But yeah, really good year. So Nick Ball, legend. Awesome. Thank you very much, mate. Now I'll crack on with this this stack of vinyl because it's quite big, and this was kind of meant to be split up into two updates, but I never got a chance to do it, and then everything just kind of came in. So I'm just going to crack on. First one is the third album from Ghost, Meliora, from 2015. In my opinion, their best album. I mean, the first two are really good. The first one is brilliant. The second one takes a little dip, and then I think they just hit the nail on the head with this one. This is just awesome stuff. Their new album, Prequel, I'm kind of getting into, but it's just not totally clicked with me yet. I think it's just too poppy, and that's not a bad thing because I like songs like that, but I think for Ghost it was the wrong way to go. They should have stayed with the kind of doomier, kind of heavier style. I just don't like the direction they're going in now. Like I said, if it was any other band or another band, it might quite suit them, but I just don't think that suits Ghost. I quite like their unique style, and they're kind of heading towards kind of what everyone else is doing now. So yeah, this is definitely my favourite. It also comes with this almost like this picture book inside. So there's a picture of the band, and for every song you get a bit of unique artwork. So yeah, it's pretty cool addition to the package. And there's the inner there with the band of ghouls and the lyrics. So yeah, really happy to pick that up. I'll probably pick up the first two. I probably will pick up Prequel because I do like a couple of the songs, but I just wish they would kind of go back to what they were before. I just don't like the direction they're going in, but we'll see what happens with their next albums and all that kind of stuff. Next up is from Beast in Black, and it's their debut album, Berserker. This came out 2017. If you've heard of the band Battle Beast, this is basically the guitarist who left Battle Beast to join Beast in Black. Now, looking at them, they look a little bit extreme. They're not as extreme really as the album shows. It's kind of pop power metal with like really 80s infused pop power metal. That's probably the best way I can describe it really. They've got an album coming out, I think, this month or next month, so I will be picking that up as well. But yeah, really melodic, really catchy. So if you've not heard Beast in Black, give them a shot. Really good stuff. Next up, I saw this. I've nearly picked this up a few times, and I'm not the biggest fan of this band, but this album is tremendous, and it's System of a Down. This is probably the only album I'd ever pick up from System of a Down, but it's really good. Almost a perfect album, I think. Just really catchy songs. I don't know what it is, and just quite unique. It does have the song BYOB, which I think a lot of people will know. But yeah, just really, really good. I would put this above Toxicity anyway. So that is Mesmerise by System of a Down. Now on to, these are all from digging, and I got a wee deal on Facebook as well. So the first one is from the Japanese band Vow Wow. I think this is their 4th album, V. So along the lines of Easy O and Loudness, just Japanese hard rock. Inside you do get this kind of small poster, which here you do have the only non-Japanese member of the band, who is Neil Murray, who played, I think it's bass with Whitesnake, Black Sabbath. So that's that, and you also get the lyrics as well. So really good. If you've not heard Vow Wow, check them out. Really along the lines of Loudness and Easy O, which I love. I love that kind of Japanese hard rock. If I can get this back in, I will move on. So yeah, Vow Wow. Next up was almost like a semi-blind buy. I'd heard of the band, I just hadn't heard any of their music, so I picked it up to see what it was like, and I really enjoyed it. And it's from Electric Boys, Groovus Maximus, from, I think this is 1992. Yeah, 1992 on Vertigo. I would say along the lines of Saigon Kick. That's who I'd probably compare it to the most. Inside, band picture and lyrics. and definitely worth a pick up. I don't really know much about Electric Boys. I don't know how many albums they have, but if I see any more, I'll definitely be picking them up because I really enjoyed that, and I love Saigon Kick as well. So really good early 90s stuff. Next up is a band I mentioned in I think it was my end of year update, and it is another one from Mordred, and it's In This Life. I think this is 1991. Yep, 1991 on Noise. I think I described the first album as a mixture between Megadeth and Faith No More. I would say this album is more a mix of Faith No More and Pantera. Kind of just got that kind of groovy, like funk bass lines with the kind of rap rock over the top, quite like Faith No More. It is a different style from the first, but I still really enjoy it. So that is Mordred. I don't think there's anything in. Oh, there is. And you get the lyric sheet with photo. So yeah, really happy to pick that one up. Next up is, I got this for a bit of a steal actually. It's a compilation called Protect the Innocent. This was about £7, and I just looked at the back and I thought this is like a really good range of bands and songs here. So it's 2-disc, and you've got the likes of Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf, Paranoid, Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, Motorhead, Judas Priest, Ted Nugent, Ozzy, Blue Oyster Cult. Then you've got Magnum, Vow Wow, who I just mentioned, Megadeth, Saxon, Lita Ford, Exodus, Rush, Cinderella, Scorpions, Dio, Kingdom Come, Anthrax, Dream Theater, Acid Rain, Femme Fatale, Tiger Tails, Wrathchild, House of Lords. So it's like a big range of musical rock styles on this, which I just thought would be a really good pickup. And it is a gatefold. So yeah, got that for a bit of a steal, and it's in absolutely amazing condition as well. So that is Protect the Innocent compilation album. Next up is from ASAP, Adrian Smith and Project. This wasn't an album I was really after or heard much from, but after buying this and having listened to it, it's a great album. What I like about it most is it's obviously Adrian Smith from Iron Maiden. He does do lead guitar and vocals on this, so he's got quite a low kind of raspy voice. And what I like about it is he doesn't try to be Iron Maiden. It's not Iron Maiden in the slightest. So if that's what you're expecting from it, it's not this. This is more melodic hard rock. It's called Silver and Gold. It is a gatefold as well. But just a really good, solid album. And I like the fact he doesn't try to be Iron Maiden. He just goes off in his own direction. Doesn't try to copy or kind of use Iron Maiden's popularity to write his own music. He just goes completely off in a different direction. There's a photo of the band there with Adrian in the middle. And this also features Zach Starkey, who is Ringo Starr's son, on drums. So yeah, I would definitely check this out if you haven't heard it. Really good stuff. Next two are off of Facebook that I got for a pretty good deal together from the same seller, and the first one is one I've been looking for ages, and it is the Rocky IV soundtrack. Absolutely awesome. Just amazing songs on this. Burning Heart by Survivor, then you've got Hearts on Fire, Double or Nothing, Eye of the Tiger obviously, the instrumental War, which is the instrumental that plays while they're fighting at the end. Living in America by James Brown, No Easy Way Out, which is a tremendous song by Robert Tepper, One Way Street, The Sweetest Victory, and obviously the training montage instrumental. But just absolutely awesome. I just love that film. It's just complete 80s cheese. Just amazing. So that is the first one, and the second one I was really surprised to get for the price I got, and it's Bon Jovi's Keep the Faith. So it ended up I kind of paid about 12 quid for this, and I've seen it go for a hell of a lot more than that, so I was really happy to pick that up for that price. And I think this is me really done with Bon Jovi on vinyl now. I think that's me got the first 5, so really happy with that. So that is Bon Jovi, Keep the Faith. What are the good songs on this? Obviously the title track's a great song. Dry County, one of Bon Jovi's best songs. Woman in Love's a good song as well. Bed of Roses, In These Arms. Not as good. I mean, it's not their best album, but it's definitely worth a pick up anyway. So that is Keep the Faith. Next one is actually a birthday present from my mum. I kind of gave her a selection of records to buy me for my birthday. My birthday was on the 3rd of January, same as John Finalizer. So I gave her 4 or 5 records to choose from, and I just said, look, pick any one, I want them all anyway. So she went for, and I'm so glad she did, well, I could say that about anyone because I wanted them all, but she went for Striper and Goddamn Evil. Just a great album that I've not picked up yet, so that's why I kind of chucked it in with a kind of recommendation list for my mum, and really glad she picked it because it's just awesome. I'm not going to go into massive detail because it's been talked about time and time again, but that is one of the pickups anyway. So that is Striper, Goddamn Evil. And the last 2 are actually signed albums. I was trespassing in Cloudy Milder's shop again, and I found these. One I needed on vinyl anyway, and the other one I have on vinyl already, but picked up because it was signed. Now when I first found these, I thought, do I get them or do I not? Because if they're not legit signatures and they weren't priced like they were legit signatures, then it's basically somebody's just scribbled all over the front of your album. And I didn't have time to go on Google and try and search for these artists and their signatures, so I just went with my gut. I looked at them, they all looked like they were properly signed, so I went with my gut and picked them up. And once I got back, I looked at the signatures, I went on Google and obviously Googled pictures of certain artists' signatures and see if they'd match up, and they do match up, so I'm quite happy that I picked them up in the end. The first one is from Europe, and it's Wings of Tomorrow. And as you can see, it has been signed by the full band. This right here is Joey Tempest, and I think John Norum is here, but I'm not completely sure. This is from 1984. I think this is their 2nd album. I'm not really up to date on my facts on Europe, but I knew it was an album I wanted. I do have Final Countdown and Prisoners of Paradise, and this was one I really wanted to pick up. I think I've got Out of This World as well on the red vinyl. So yeah, I needed this anyway, so I would have picked it up whether it was signed or not. It just was a added bonus. So that is the first one, and the very last pickup is by Cinderella and Night Songs. I do already own this on CD and vinyl, but with the signatures it was kind of like an added bonus. So as you can see here, you've got Eric Brithingham here, Tom Kiefer up in the corner, and you've got Fred Coury down in the bottom corner. It is missing one, which is Jeff LaBar, which is kind of annoying, but still having Night Songs signed by 3 of the band members is pretty cool, and will definitely be up in a frame somewhere at some point. So really happy to grab those 2, and I think it ended up it was like 20 quid for the 2 of them. So they weren't. That's what kind of put me off buying them in the first place, because they weren't priced like they were signed. They were just priced as regular albums. But I suppose, how can the guy who owns the shop really prove that they're legit? So yeah, that's my pickup. So thanks everyone for watching, thanks for subscribing, liking, commenting. You know, I really appreciate it, and I always try to get back to you who leave comments. Thanks again to Nick Ball. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it. Let me know what you think of my pickups, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.